Hey everybody! Happy April. April. Yesterday I was still in March, but today is April 14th. Hope you're all doing well. It's another beautiful day here in the Kansas City area. If you're here, please say hello. Love to talk to you, chat with you. We're going to make some cards for the card holder that I made on yesterday. Hi, Stacy. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. I feel like I have so many lights on. Can't see very good. It's day 2 from my COVID shot, and I'm feeling fine. My arm doesn't even hurt, I don't think. So I'm feeling really good about that. I'm starving. I'm ready for some lunch. I didn't eat lunch yet, so I'll be grabbing something to eat right after this. Let's get started. I was kind of waiting for people to join. Hi, Kathy. And is Loopy still with you? Hi, Loopy, if you're still there. Oh, Stacy had her vaccine shot Saturday and didn't feel good at all. Ooh, did you do the Pfizer? Hi, Mom. That's too bad. They're saying after the second shot, was yours the second shot, that you feel pretty crummy afterwards? That would be kind of what people are experiencing, but anyway, mine's May 3rd, so we'll see. Y'all, the last chance sale is still going on. Kathy was tired the next day. I'm kind of tired. I fell asleep drinking my coffee this morning in the chair. So, but I never know if that's just my normal tired or I'm extra tired. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm usually tired all the time. So, oh, AstraZeneca. I haven't heard of that one. Hi, Loopy. I'll have to look that one up. Not a lot of choice here. That was your first shot. Well, hopefully the second shot you'll have built up enough antibodies or whatever they're calling it that it won't make you feel crummy. I wanted to remind you about the last chance sale that is still going on, and I mentioned yesterday that I did notice they snuck in some price reductions on a couple of items. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can go to my Stampin' Up website, which is leslie.stampinup.net. Hi, Kat. Hope you're doing good. And there'll be a link to last chance sale, and you can see everything that's still available there. And then they also have the clearance rack refresh, and I haven't looked at it today to see what it's looking like. So, but I always check out the sales, right? Okay, here is the box we made yesterday, and if you're interested in knowing how we did that, if you weren't with us, you can check out my plaidpoodle.com, and there is a post with all the measurements, all the cutting and scoring guide, and all of that. There's a couple of diagrams along with the replay of the video, and hopefully with all of the things together, you can put one together for yourself. It doesn't really require a whole lot of extra tools. So if you're just beginning your paper crafting journey, this might be a fun project for you to do. Here's the cards we're going to make today. I'm using the coordinating stamp set that goes with the paper, the artistic. Let me pull out my catalog. It's from the mini catalog, the Spring Mini. and it's on page 34. The stamps that I'm using, and I'm also using the coordinating dies. If you buy them together, you save 10%. And then the paper we used yesterday coordinates with that suite. So I'm using that. If you don't have one of these mini catalogs, let me know. I'd love to get one out to you. And then we're also using a stamp set from the annual catalog. It is the Forever Fern. This is a fan favorite, and we kind of forget about our other stamp sets. We move on to the new, but I did use some of the stamps and the dies for the greenery in the background of this card, which I thought added a really pretty touch. And then I just put the thank you in the center, and there's an extra rhinestone. So I'm using the little note cards. These are the basic white note cards and envelopes. Oops. And they fit perfectly. I figure 3 because I did do some dimensionals. So I think 4 would be pushing it. So 3 fit in this box really nicely. And let me show you how I did it. We're going to start out, like I said, with the basic white note cards. My white ones, I've lost the package, but we have these in the back of the annual catalog. Forget how many comes in a pack. Very vanilla and basic white. You get 20 cards and 20 envelopes, and these are just nice to have on hand for those quickie things that you need. A quick thank you card, a quick gift insert, things like that. So I always have a pack of those handy. Then I'm using the painted texture embossing folder, and that is also part of the artistic or the fine art floral suite on page 33. This is one of my favorite embossing folders, and I believe it's carrying forward into the new catalog, so yay. So what I did was I took a piece of 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, inserted it in that folder, and ran it through my embossing machine, my die cutting machine. This is a 3D folder, and it makes a beautiful impression. Looks like spackle, right? So I went ahead and did that before y'all came on. And then we're going to take our note card and just adhere that to the front. Now, I just do layers because I can't hardly do just not layers, but these cards are great to just stamp on and not do layers. My original intention was to fill this with just single layer cards because you can fit more into it, but I got started and I just can't help myself. But these cards are made very to accept ink very nicely, so you don't really need to add any layers if you don't want to. I did want to mention that. I just can't help myself. Okay, and then I took a scrap of the basic white paper, and here are the 2 stamps I'm using from the Art Gallery stamp set, and there are coordinating dies for that we're going to use. You also save 10% when you order the bundle of dies and stamps. I'll be sharing all that information in the comments or in the description of the video when I get off here today. So I'm using Old Olive ink, Calypso Coral ink, My Calypso Coral pad is a mess. And then in a minute, we're going to use the basic gray for our sentiment, but we're going to do that at the very end. So to do my flower, I have a piece of scrap paper somewhere. Here it is. I'm going to stamp off once. I wanted it to be a subtle, you know, color, and this Calypso Coral can be a little darker. And I just wanted kind of a subtle watercolory effect. But then when I add this second step image, let me show you what images I'm using. I'm using this image, and then this little image right here fits perfectly right on top of these flower images. I'm not stamping off on that. Isn't that pretty? It just gives a little three-dimensional effect using those two-step stamps. And we're done with the Calypso Coral. And we're done with the stamping off. So I'm going to take the old olive, and I'm using two images from the Forever Fern. I'm using this image and this image with the old olive ink. This is a beautiful set. I love this set. And I'm kind of mad at myself for kind of letting it sit on the shelf so long. Once I got it out and used it today, I remembered how much I loved it. Okay, then we're going to take the dies, the coordinating dies. So I'm going to cut out this image, and this image. Let me see something. I think I have, so you can see that Forever Fern die set. Yeah, I have a sample board. So those are all the dies you get with that. There's a die for every, oops, this one got loose. There's a die for every stamped image, and then there's these other just dies you can just cut out from cardstock. Letha, hello from Mexico. Have a margarita for me, you lucky devil. Are you on vacay? I saw that you were traveling to Texas, but I didn't know you were going to Mexico. Okay, so you cut them out with your Stamp and Emboss cutting machine, or cut and emboss machine, whatever your die cutting machine is. And I have went ahead and done that, so you don't have to watch me labor over that. So all we're going to do is put all of this on the card front. And I'm using mini dimensionals. First thing I did, I'm using the mini because I didn't want them to be popped up too much, because we're going to slip them in that card holder. But the same with the layers. I can't hardly make anything without popping something up. Then I'm going to pull out one of my samples so that I kind of position everything correctly. So they all kind of match. I mean, it's handmade, so it's not going to be perfect, like factory perfect match. But I want them to look cohesive. So I just put the green stem kind of towards the top center. And then I did cut off the stem. Before I put my little flower on there. I didn't want any part of the stem to show. So I'm going to put a little liquid glue right here. That was Old Olive, Kathy. The stamp is what they call a distinctive stamp. So the way it is made, it's actually trademarked and patented by Stampin' Up. The way it's made, when you stamp it, you get all the natural shading and everything. So it really, I don't know. I just love how it worked with this stamp set. All right, we're gonna put our little flower on here, and then this little guy I'm just gonna tuck in right here, and I'm also gonna use dimensionals, so everything's at the same height. This is a pretty simple little card, especially when you have everything done up ahead of time like this. If I was going to make several, I would just do all my stamping, all my die cutting, all my embossing, and then put it all together at the end. I might have to cut this little guy's stem off, but I don't think so. There we go. And then I finally added some champagne rhinestones, and these are in the annual catalog. I thought the gold looked really pretty with the Calypso coral. Oops. I should get my little pick tool out. I can find it. Here we go. So I'm just doing that triangle rule when you're doing little embellishments. The rule of 3, and to have them kind of in a triangle. And our stamp is kind of in a triangle too, so I think it's supposedly it's supposed to be pleasing to the eye when things are in triangles. Okay, and then for the inside, we're going to stamp it with the thank you stamp and the basic gray. And the thank you stamp comes from the art gallery. There's a bunch of cute little sayings on here. Thank you. The Forever Fern has some really pretty sentiments as well. I almost used this one, but I didn't. I ran out of room. So, and then I thought this is a thank you gift or a hostess gift, so I want to give her a pack of thank you cards. So it'd be fun to maybe have one birthday card, one thank you card, one sympathy card. Because you could use this card for all of those occasions. It's very generic Mother's Day. Wouldn't this be a fun little Mother's Day gift, right? So, like I said, because they're elevated with those dimensionals, I think you wouldn't want to put more than 3 of these in your card box, because I'm also including the envelopes. And but if you did not have dimension like that, you could probably fit 4 or more in there. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't that be a nice little gift? I'm so excited. So there are the 2 boxes, and there's the card we made. That was fun. I think that's all. It's Wednesday, so I'll be back Monday. Pretty sure I'll be back. I'll let you know. You know how it goes. And and we'll do Make It Monday. You all have a great rest of the afternoon and a good rest of your week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.